Aloha. Got a minute? I'm going to share with you the most popular verse of scripture in the year 2020. Of course, that's the year of COVID-19. 2020, this was the most popular verse of scripture according to the Bible app YouVersion. Look, do you realize that this verse of scripture, there were 600 million searches for this verse of scripture? 600 million right here. This verse of scripture that I have in my hand right now. Listen, I'm going to read it to you. It's Isaiah 41:10. Look, you are so familiar with this, but I'm going to share it with you. God says through Isaiah, "Fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God." Then catch this. This is beautiful. "I will strengthen you. I will help you, and I will uphold you with my righteous right hand." I mean, please, why wouldn't this be the most popular verse of scripture? Because the one word that was searched for more often than any other word in looking for a verse of scripture that could just bring some hope and some help and some encouragement is the word fear. So people would type in the word fear, and this verse of scripture came up. People read it. Isaiah 41:10. Listen, ask yourself the question, why is it that Isaiah was able to live without fear? And when you think about the context and the culture that he was living in, I mean, it was a time period of just huge anxiety. It was a time period, I mean, threats, desolation, discouragement, danger, death. I mean, Isaiah was living smack dab in the middle of all that. And yet these words, "Fear not, I'm with you." God says, "I will strengthen you. I will help you. In fact, I'm going to uphold you in my righteous right hand." Listen, I'm convinced that embedded in the DNA of us as finite human beings is that word fear. F-E-A-R, fear. Look, you can understand it, 2020. I mean, this is a planet that was full of fear. And look, staring into the blush of 2021 and its uncharted future doesn't seem to be changing a whole lot as of yet. So listen, my friends, this is just a little appeal from my heart to yours. Based upon this verse of scripture, God says, do not fear. The reason why Isaiah was able to live without fear is because he knew that God was with him. God comes along and he says, "I will strengthen you. I will help you. I will uphold you." So look, whatever it is that you and I are going through in 2021, just remember, God says, "I'm going to strengthen you when you feel weak. I'm going to help you when you feel all alone. And I'm going to uphold you and hold you when you feel like failure is swirling all around you. Stumble and fall and fail. I'm going to be there to hold you close." So listen, I don't know what the most popular verse of scripture is going to be in 2021, but all I can say is, hey, listen, why not continue to claim this promise? But most importantly, cling to the one behind the promise, because God is always there. Aloha.